Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to share a green makeup look, drugstore makeup look that you can rock for St. Patrick's Day. Let me know, does anyone actually celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I feel like sometimes if I remember it's St. Patrick's Day, I'll wear green just so nobody pinches me. That's as far as I go for celebrating. So I wanted to do this video just in case any of you are celebrating St. Patrick's Day and you want to like rock a fun green look, but I also wanted to do this because green eyeshadow is like my worst enemy. I love playing with colors on my eyes, but green has always been my least favorite, so I'm gonna try to create a look that I'm actually happy with. I have 3 different drugstore palettes here that I'm going to use. These 2 are from CoverGirl. These are the new full spectrum eyeshadow palettes. So this one has the green in here and then some like gold shades, which I think we'll use this a lot. This one is called Zodiac. And then this darker one over here is called Gravity, and it has this really dark green in here and then also black. So if we want to smoke out the look, we can use that. And then I also wanted to take the e.l.f. Christian Siriano collaboration. This is one of my favorite drugstore palettes ever. This green is so beautiful, so we'll probably use that. So those are the eyeshadow palettes that I have. You don't necessarily have to use these exact palettes. You could just use what you have that's similar, but if you have these same palettes, like, go ahead and pull them out and let's start playing with makeup together. So before we jump into the tutorial, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is JaaackJack. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the little bell so that way you are notified of future videos and you officially become part of the Little Flower family. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the video. So to start off, I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Cream Liquid Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Camelback. I've actually been really liking the liquid shadows from Wet n Wild. I think they are amazing, and it actually works as a great base as well. So I'm just going to apply that and then blend it out all over my lid. I'm gonna be careful when I get around my brows since I already have them done. Can you guys see the difference already in just using that all over my lid? This eye just looks so much smoother and brighter, and this one's just looking a little tired and old and wonky. I don't know exactly what I want to do. Okay, let me open all these palettes and just kind of look at them for a second. Let me just look at them. I feel like normally I start with like the transition colors in my eye, but I'm going to do things a little bit differently. So I'm going to go in with the Gravity palette from CoverGirl. I'm going to take this really dark green right here. I'm going to pack this on. Oh, look at that color. I'm going to pack it on the outer corner of the eye and then bring it up into the crease and then the inner corner of my eye as well. I want to do like a halo eye. So typically with halo eyes, well, at least how I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a little bit of like a cut crease in the center. And whenever I do that, I have to make sure my crease colors are a lot higher. Otherwise, when I add the concealer for that cut crease, it's just going to disappear. So I'm just packing that on and then blending really high in the crease. And then kind of doing like this little rainbow bridge motion. Rainbow bridge, oh my gosh. I just like caught what I said just now. Okay, what do I want to do now? I don't know. I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to take the green eyeshadow from the Zodiac palette from CoverGirl. And we're going to blend this right on top of that crease. You guys, I'm nervous for this look already. It's a heavy look. I'm running out of space already. Like, we're almost touching our brows. The same on the next side. And I'm glad I worked in this order for this particular look because normally when I apply my transition color, I don't apply it that heavy and that high. So by placing down the dark crease color first, I know kind of where the placement of the transition color should go now. Now, with the same Zodiac palette, I want to go in with another fluffy blending brush. I'm going to take this yellow shade right here, and I'm going to put that above that green. So I'm literally going up to my brows. I didn't mean for this to be our brow bone highlight, but I just ran out of space so quickly. So that is our brow bone highlight, I guess. I am going to take that same liquid cream shadow that we used earlier to prime the eyes. I'm going to just kind of draw this on the center so we can start to cut the crease. And I'm going to take a tiny little flat detailed brush, and I am going above my natural crease. So we're starting this like in the center. Wow, that's like so sideways. Why is that so sideways? Okay, but we're starting in the center of the eye and then just going to blend it out towards the inner and outer corner. Something like that. We go ahead and paint this on the next eye over here. So I'm just going to take that small little brush with that darker green. Just kind of go and blend the two a little bit together. Okay, and for the actual color we want to lay down on the cut crease, I think I want to go back and take that yellow gold that we used earlier. I'm going to wet my brush. So I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. So I just sprayed the brush to get it nice and wet so we can pick up this color, and hopefully it'll apply like, I don't know, more of a foil. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks really pretty. I'm very happy with my choices right now. I mean, pretty harsh lines, so we're gonna have to work on blending those. Oh, I didn't even incorporate that other green that I wanted. What am I gonna do? Oh, I've got an idea. I have got an idea. So now going in with the green from the e.l.f. and Christian Siriano palette, I want to take that on a really tiny little pencil brush here, and I'm going to use that to try and blend the dark green and the gold color. So I'm just putting that right in the middle of the two. It's hard to see. I don't think it's really picking up on camera, but it looks a tiny bit better. I can't really tell actually. And then just going back to intensify the dark green, especially over here. I feel like I totally lost it on this outer corner. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Okay, I'm gonna take a tiny little lip brush. This may be a wrong move, I don't know, but I'm going to take a little bit of this black color and I'm going to go right where that cut crease is and just give this look some more depth. Okay, we need to clean up this major fallout, so I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Pump Hit the Showers Face and Body Cleansing Wipes. I don't really like these, but I'm just using them up. They're very minty and they kind of like, I don't know, they kind of like sting a little bit. Let's do some eyeliner. I am going to wing out my liner. I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, one of my absolute favorite drugstore liners. I always start in the middle with just small, thin strokes. I keep the line really, really thin on the inner corner. Then I just gradually make the line thicker towards the outer corner, and then we're gonna wing out this baby. So for lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Ardell Wispies. I got this little pack from Ulta, and it also has duo adhesive and also a Wispies fiber building mascara, so I'm gonna use that as well. So I want the lashes to be a little more dramatic, so I'm gonna put the second pair of Wispies right on top. We're gonna double up. So here is what the lashes look like doubled up, and I like it a lot better. So now let's go ahead and quickly do the face. I have some drugstore products. Actually, so everything in this video that I'm using is drugstore except my concealer and powder, but everything else is drugstore. So sorry about that. Okay, so for primer, I wanted to try out the Wet n Wild Partner Up. Bless me. Oh my gosh, did I just mess up my eyeshadow? What the heck happened? And this is the Partner Up Primer Stick. So I wanted to use this. I haven't used this in a tutorial, but I wanted to use it for today's look. I feel like this primer stick, it leaves a very like soft matte feel to the face, and then just kind of pressing it into my skin. It smells funny. I don't really know how to describe it. It smells like cheap soap. But I do think it helps to minimize the pores a little bit. So for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. I'm in the shade Classic Beige. I love this foundation, you guys. So I'm just going to rub this foundation all over my skin. Beautiful. It's a beautiful foundation. So the stick foundation from Wet n Wild, I've always felt like it was more of a hydrating foundation, especially as a stick foundation. Usually these tend to be more dry, but this is kind of a hydrating foundation. But paired up with the primer stick, my skin is feeling a little bit dry, and it kind of is looking a little bit dry, especially like around the nose. I'm like afraid to over blend in this area because I feel like it's just going to pull up a lot of texture. So I'm kind of just leaving it like that. Now for concealer, again, not a drugstore one. This is the Born This Way concealer from Too Faced. I just love it so much. Now to set everything, I'm going to take the Too Faced It's Bananas setting powder in Banana Cream. I've been really liking this powder lately. Again, sorry, not a drugstore powder. But I'm just taking that on the same brush and tapping this all over my face, basically. Ooh, my skin looks so full coverage. For bronzer, I'm trying out something new, so I'm a little nervous. But I'm going to take the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Sculpt Expert Cheek Palette. This is in the shade, where is it? Bronze Flame. And so this color over here is supposed to be a blush, but I'm going to use it as a bronzer. Am I making a mistake? I don't know. We shall see. I'm trying to keep it very light so it's not too heavy. Because it is a blush, it has those like red, pink tones to it. So I don't want to go too heavy with it as my bronzer, but just something really subtle like that. Okay, for blush, I want to take one of the blush sticks from the Pump collection from Wet n Wild. So it has the same packaging as the primer stick. This is in the shade Healthy Glow. I feel like this is kind of on the dry side, so I don't know if the brush will be able to pick it up. But I don't want to swipe it on my face because I don't want to move or disturb the foundation and concealer. We are getting a little bit on the brush, so I'm just going to keep swirling this in, kind of loading it up, and then just gently tap and blend this onto the cheeks. I actually really like that as a blush color. It's so subtle, but it adds just enough color to give you like a subtle flush, you know what I mean? Finally, for the highlight, I'm going to go back into that same cheek palette we used from CoverGirl. Pop that right on the cheekbone. Oh, that's so pretty. The nose and the bridge. And the Cupid's bow, of course. Just with my finger. I'm gonna apply this on the inner corner of the eye. Just brighten up the eyes. Just blend that out. Oh, I think that's so pretty. I like that. Okay, let's finish off the eyes on the lower lash line. Okay, first I'm gonna start out with the green from the Zodiac palette. And I'm going to drag that onto my lower lash line. I'm gonna leave a little gap in the center so we can put that yellow gold right there. And then going in with the darker green on a small brush, I'm gonna place this just on the outer corner to blend it up to the shadow on the upper lash line. And then just a touch on the inner corner. Okay, and now lastly I'm going to go in with that yellow shade that we used. I'm just going to place that right on the center of the lower lash line. So it's kind of mirroring what we have on top. Now to line my lower lash line, I'm going to take the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Defining Moment Blackest Black Liner. I just stabbed my eyeball. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. That hurt. And then finish off with the Wispy's Fiber Building Mascara. This was my first time using this mascara. Not really impressed, if I'm gonna be honest. Ooh, we are almost done. Oh my goodness, we are almost done. So now we just have the lips. So I have two different options here. Okay, I did pull out this green, but I do not think we are going to use this. It's just not even the right shade to complement what we have going on the eyes. This is not technically Drugstore, but it's from Carity, which is a super affordable brand. I think this is only $6, so I wanted to pull this out in case I wanted to use it, but I don't think I'm going to. What I'm going to use instead is the Pixie Matte Last Liquid Lipsticks. I love these. The Pixie liquid lipsticks are my favorite. Like literally, like I love them. They're awesome. So this is in the shade Bare Beauty. I'm not super in love with that. Okay, so I have another Pixie liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Really Rose. And I just want to take a very, very small amount of this, kind of wiping it off. Just blend that right on top. I think that looks a lot better. So you can leave it like this if you want to just rock a matte lip, but just because this is like a festive look and we have a lot of like shimmer on the eye, because all the shadows we used have like this shimmery finish, like this satin finish. So just to kind of tie it all in, I wanted to use the e.l.f. lip gloss. This is from the Modern Metals collection. So it's just like a clear lip gloss with like gold glitter reflex in it, just so that we were able to tie in more gold for St. Patrick's Day. Pot of gold. I love how this turned out actually. Woo! So I guess we could have kept the little headband on since it matched, but this is the completed look. I kind of like it. I didn't think I would, to be honest. And like halfway through I was like, I'm not sure about this look. I just don't think it's gonna be my cup of tea. But I actually like it. I like how heavy it is and like the focus is on the eyes, like not the lips or the face, the cheeks. Like everything is subtle. I feel like everywhere except the eyes, they're like whoo. And so I think this is a super fun look to rock for Valentine's Day, or Valentine's Day, what am I talking about? For St. Patrick's Day. So if you guys give this look a try, make sure you tag me or send me your photos so that way I can see it. And if you guys are interested in any of the products that I used in today's video, I will leave everything linked below so that way you guys can like easily pick out your products and do your shopping, all that good stuff. Some of the links are affiliate, so not all of them, but some of them are, so yeah, I may make a small commission off of some of the things linked below, but not everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Happy St. Patrick's Day to those of you who celebrate. Let me know how do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day? What are your yearly traditions that you do? I'd love to hear it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!